Hello, everyone. We are the Trendies, keeping up to date with the latest trends and pop culture. This is Laura Royo.
It's Promise Jimenez.
And this is Edwin Figueroa. How's everyone doing today? I feel like it's been a while since we've
Mhm.
done trendies. But we're back. I hope everyone is doing well. How are you guys doing?
I'm
I'm
good.
doing great.
How's
Second semester is almost over.
almost over? How's your
Yes.
classes doing?
Good.
Good,
Good.
good.
All the stress. Well, most of the stress is gone.
How
Yeah,
about you?
yeah.
It's
Still,
going.
it's going on. We're
Okay.
almost done, so I guess all the stress will be gone. So we have three topics today. First section of trendy today will be about the measles.
Mhm.
We're not doctors, but we're not going to be educating you really about measles. More about the controversies that's been going on with the measles outbreak in New York City.
Mhm.
So in Brooklyn, in a Orthodox Jewish neighborhood, there's been measles outbreaks, and parents in the Jewish community, they don't want to give their children the measles vaccine. Is it vaccine or what? Like a shot?
Yeah,
Shot.
a vaccine.
Yeah, vaccine. They don't want to give their children the measles vaccine because they believe it's against their religion or what they believe in. Um, and it's been a big controversy because de Blasio sort of said that these children are required and they need to have their vaccines in order to go back into school. So let's talk about this. Have you guys ever got the measles or known anyone with the measles?
No,
No, I never got that.
Have
I've,
No.
but I have been vaccinated. I don't
Yes.
know what vaccinations I've had, which is bad. I should know.
yeah.
I think I've pretty much had everyone. I don't. That's probably
No,
not
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact I've never gotten the flu shot.
You've never gotten
And
the flu
it's
shot at
because
all? Like,
no,
never in your
my
life?
mother she had the flu shot and she got an extremely bad reaction to it, and it was just
Oh.
was like I she just didn't like it. Wasn't a good
Mm-hmm.
experience. So I don't think I've ever gotten the flu shot.
Yeah.
But have you ever got felt like really sick or?
No, and that's the thing.
Okay.
I've never really had extreme illnesses. I've gotten viruses like stomach viruses and all that, like, and colds, but I've never had the flu. I've never had like the chicken pox. I've never had
Oh wow.
any of that.
Yeah, I was telling Promise and Laura earlier. Same thing like Laura. I never got the flu shot, and I never been sick. Neither of my sisters. They never got the flu shot. They never got sick with the flu. And some of my family members that did get the flu shot ended up getting the flu.
Yeah, that's what happened with my mom.
Yeah.
And she got
So,
really badly ill.
and I'm not saying that these things don't work because I'm pretty sure there's some scenarios that they work,
Mhm.
but I feel like not all the time they're gonna work, and I don't want to discredit what the doctors have done because doctors
Mhm.
are amazing. They're here to help us. So Promise, how about you? Have you ever got these shots?
Mm, I got all my shots. I got my measles. I got all that except for the chicken pox. I remember when I was in high school, they were giving me the runaround, telling me you can't come to classes because you haven't gotten your chicken pox. Because like on the record,
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah.
like blank. There was nothing. And I went to my mom like, "Mom, what happened? Like, why didn't I get the shot?" Like I was freaking
Mhm.
out. And she said, "You already got the chicken pox. You don't need the shot." And
Oh.
yeah, so
Mm.
when you already get the virus or
already in
whatever,
you.
it's already in you, and then your body knows how to fight it off, so you never get it back again.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever got the chicken pox shot, and I know I never gotten chicken pox, so I don't know if it's gonna come around to me one day and be like, "I got you."
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you're like in your 30s.
I know
I
they'd be
do.
like, "We got you."
I do find it interesting that schools do require you to have
Mhm.
the vaccinations. I mean, because it kind of already gives the parent that it takes away that parent's choice,
Yeah.
and that's like the whole like debate. And
Yeah.
there's a big debate nationally that our vaccinations do they do more good than bad, more harm than good? Should the parent have the choice? Should the child just fight it off naturally? I think we have like the advantage of being like have grown up in the
Yeah.
city. We're exposed to so many germs at an early age, either taking public transportation or going to public parks, and really getting exposed to different types of germs. You know, having little kids sneeze on you. That's I think it's important to build up your immune system naturally and be exposed in the world. I will say like a quick little tangent. That there are parents that are afraid of their kids getting sick, so they avoid them going out, and interacting with other kids and
Mm-hmm.
keeping them home instead of taking them out to the park. And I do think that's a disadvantage to the child because one, they need to learn how to be social and how to, get along with other kids. But more importantly, you're exposing them to good bacteria that will help them build their immune system. So I think that's why I've been like fortunate enough to not have been ill frequently in my life because I was so exposed. I was exposed to so many germs at a
Yeah.
young age.
Yeah, and that's the thing that my mom was scared of too. I mean, not too, but like I understand that you went out a lot when you were a child, you were exposed to that. My mom, she didn't understand the idea of you need to take your child out so they can be exposed and then the body can be used to these germs. She thought of it as, oh, if my child is out in the dirt, playing in the sand, playing with all these children, she's gonna get, infected, or she's gonna get the virus, or something bad is gonna happen.
Yeah.
So that's why she always kept me sheltered, and she depended so much on vaccines when she didn't want to depend on like the outside world.
Yeah, because my whole life I was like a homebody kid. Like I was
Yeah.
just home. My mother kept me home.
Yeah,
And
mine too.
I have like two questions on this. Is like one, what comes first, the safety of other kids in the school? Because I understand why the schools require these the kids to get these shots is for the safety of other students. But what comes first, really, the safety of other children in the schools or the parents' right and choice? Because I think there's a right to choose whether your child gets the vaccine or not. So what comes first, really? And I feel like, to me, the it's tricky because realistically you want other kids to be safe, but then what if this puts your child in harm? And some may look at that as selfish, but I think I find the parents' choice to be the priority over other kids. Wow, that sounded messed up, but yeah.
I just want to make the disclaimer: neither one of us are parents,
Yes,
nor
neither
will
one
be
of us.
parents anytime soon.
I'm not gonna be a parent.
So I'm not. I don't want to disrespect anybody's views.
Yeah.
But I do feel that schools do have the right to require vaccinations because in this specific example, it only in a CNN report, it took one child, an unvaccinated child, to go to Israel. When they came back, they brought the disease. They brought the disease with them. If it only takes one child to spread this, can you imagine if there's a school full of children
Exactly.
that aren't vaccinated? And um, I do feel though, if it does have conflict with your religious views, things that of that nature, maybe there is some like gray lines with that. But in my personal opinion, I do feel that children should be vaccinated. It's just for the safety of all. I do feel that there are vaccinations that maybe aren't, I don't know, shouldn't be as stressed, like the flu shot. I know that's really bad to say.
Yeah.
A lot of people really, really advocate for the flu shot.
Yeah.
But I've never had it, so I've lived 19 years without the flu.
Yeah.
Let me knock on wood that tomorrow I'm gonna get it.
We're all gonna be.
But I'm gonna knock on wood and make sure that doesn't
Yeah.
happen.
I feel like making sure that other children are not getting sick, like the safety of other children, is a priority. I feel like that should be prioritized more than the parent's choice.
Yeah.
I feel like if a parent is anti-vax, then they should either change to. Okay, so if they're anti-vax because of religious views, then they should send their child to a school with their religious views. Like there are like designated schools for Jewish people. There are designated schools that promote Catholicism. There's schools like that.
Yeah.
So if it's for religious views, then definitely
I
send your
never,
child.
I never knew. I forgot who was it that told me. I never knew Catholicism was like the Catholic
Yeah.
religion. I always got confused. I thought they were like two separate. Because what I call like with the schisms and all that, I just thought it was Catholicism or something.
Catholicism.
I didn't know it was called
That's like me.
Catholicism.
For a long time,
Um,
I was saying photographer instead of photographer.
Photographer.
But it's funny because you mentioned how there's Jewish schools, and if the vaccines is against your religion, go send your children to that school. But I believe the report was that de Blasio was like forcing these even the Jewish schools to have these kids.
He can't. I'm not sure. I don't know too much about the Jewish faith,
Because I think I saw something on that he
Mhm.
was sort of saying that these schools have to require the kids to get them as well.
But that's
And I
all
do agree with
schools.
it. I
Yeah.
feel like if all schools are doing it, why not their schools? I know their schools are probably private institutions and they could do how they
Keep
please.
them all
Yeah.
contained in one
But
school and have
if
them.
you're gonna have a private school with your own guidelines, with your own rules, you're that's not gonna be the same in society. We're gonna be interacting with
Yeah.
different people in society, and I think that if you're anti-vax, like Promise said, you should let people know that. If you're gonna interact with other kids, you should let the parents know that, yeah, my kid has not been vaccinated. I just feel like as a parent, I would want to know. I wouldn't judge the child. I wouldn't say you can't be friends with them, but I think that's important information to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
And I feel like parents who are anti-vax, they're parents. Like they should know how to take care of their child in another way to make sure that they're not getting sick.
Yeah.
They're not just like
Mhm.
throwing their kids out in the world and just saying, you know what, I don't care about your health. Like I feel like these parents would actually find different ways, different like initiatives and different alternatives to make sure that they are safe, so they can go to school and interact with other children.
I think I also think it's the fear of the doctor as well that people
Mm.
just like say I don't want to go because I know many people have fear of needles and
Mhm.
Yeah,
all
that could
that
be
stuff.
another
Like
thing.
I've like I cannot swallow pills. Secret of me, I cannot swallow pills for nothing for the
Really?
life of me.
Really?
I can't. It
You always
I'll,
have to take liquid medicine.
yeah,
Or like you have to
'cause
crush it up.
I have liquid medicine. So like I went to the urgent care the other day and he was telling me, oh, you have to take antibiotics and some ear drops because I have it's not really ear infection but something. Anyways, but it's something else. I'll
Keeping my
explain
ears
later.
away from you.
Yeah. Keep your headphones
Ear to
away
ear
from his
contact.
headphones.
It's not like contagious. It's something in my in my body. But he was telling me he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to prescribe you antibiotics." I was like, "Now, can I get the liquid form? Because like pills and me, they're not gonna work together." And not like sometimes the liquid form even makes me gag
Yeah, liquid
because
antibiotics. If no one's ever
they
had
make it
them,
chalky.
Yeah.
They make it chalky.
it is disgusting.
It's white and chalky when they
it
make it.
just tastes like vomit.
But I went to Walgreens and when I saw it, it was pink and I was like, okay, so that probably means it's smoother. It was bubblegum flavored. I was like, they like knew that they were coming to me.
Oh, that's worse.
No. It actually tastes really good. Like I was about to just drink the whole
okay.
bottle.
Oh,
I'm
All
just
right,
kidding.
all right.
I'm just kidding.
Don't do that.
But I think it's also a fear of the doctor as well that puts that makes these people decide whether or not they want to go to get their kids vaccinated as well.
Well,
Cause I still have that fear sometimes that I'm gonna go to the doctor and be like, oh, you need this shot.
mhm.
You scared of shots?
I'm not scared of them. I'll take them. I got freaking shots through my mouth, but
all for like
dentists, but
the-
like
Oh, for dentists.
dental
Okay,
surgeries
okay.
and all that stuff.
All right.
But like I know there are people with like a big fear of them. And sometimes that's the only way to get the shot.
Mhm.
So I understand why some people have that fear of, going.
Mm-hmm.
People gotta suck it up sometimes, but like, that could also be a reason why. But it also you were saying how we are exposed to this, like the germs in this
Mhm.
in the New York City, because all three of us are from the boroughs of New York City. Well, New York City is boroughs.
Yeah.
But we're all exposed to just a whole bunch of pollution and
Mhm.
bacteria and all that stuff. And that's the thing. I once saw a video. It was saying how these parents need to expose their kids. Again, we're not parents, but I saw this video. Parents need to expose their kids to as much dangers as they can.
Mhm.
Because if you don't, then when your child becomes an adult and they're not exposed to anything, then they're just gonna be screwed in life in the future. Um, so what do you think about that? Should parents expose their kids to let's say dangers? I'm not talking about like big threats like
Yeah,
murder and all
they're
that,
not
but
throwing
like
them in front of a car.
yeah,
But they're
But yeah, I think they should. And when you say danger, that reminds me of this video I saw with Vox. How you know how playgrounds
I don't trust Vox.
yeah.
Okay.
But you know how playgrounds is like kids just like it's very safe. It's
Yeah.
a very safe environment for kids to play.
I mean, you know how many times I fell in playgrounds and got caught?
Safe.
Yeah,
It's not
supposed to be
safe at all.
safe.
people break their arms.
Yeah.
I know.
Stub their
Like
toes.
apparently like no, the structures are supposed to be very sturdy.
Yeah.
And like the playgrounds have bright colors.
that's-
It's supposed
that's
to be
true, I
a very
guess.
positive and safe environment.
What's the
But it's not supposed to be like that. A playground is supposed to just have planks of wood and pieces of metal and pieces of
That sounds
trash.
fun.
This
though.
sounds like
That
No, no,
sounds
no,
fun.
no,
Middle
no.
Ages.
Here's the thing.
Go
It's
lift
called,
that piece of wood.
here's the thing. Like, it's for like young children to like learn how to be innovative
Yeah.
and learn how to become makers. I'm
Mm.
using Vow's name words, but like innovators and makers.
photographers, or
but like
photographers,
photographers.
photographers.
But like, it's supposed to teach children how to, like, discover things and like build and like
Yeah.
you know.
I like that actually.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because when you
That's
were,
how it used to be.
Let's go back to the olden days. Like,
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's like unintentional, like neurological.
okay, we're using big words here.
Okay.
Like it will like help their.
It stimulates their mind. It
minds.
stimulates.
Oh,
'Cause-
I never
stimulate.
thought of
Yeah,
that.
because now like the playground is just a swing. Like, you're not stimulating your mind when you're just
Yeah,
going
you
back and
stimulate
forth,
like
back and
I
forth.
need to go forward. Then I'm
Yeah.
going back.
Yeah, it's not
There's
that.
no
There's
stimulation.
nothing there.
You
just-
know,
Or like with the, I don't know if you've like seen this, but like it's like a steering wheel
Yeah.
Mhm.
attached.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're
Yeah,
not
where
moving.
you
You're not going
going?
anywhere.
Where are you going?
There's no stimulation.
You're building your imagination. You're like, I
no,
could be.
no, baby,
No,
because
no.
these kids gonna end up having to think realistically.
But let's go
not
back. Let's go back
imaginary.
to the main point, which
Yes.
is
But
the
yes, I
danger-
think
Should you expose your kids?
back to that. I
Yes.
think that you should expose your kids to all dangers.
Yes.
You know,
We put dangers like that because
agree.
dangers could be like
Yes.
guns and all that stuff.
like I said earlier, I said this earlier that good bacteria is beneficial to children, and my mom always brought me to public parks, and I went to after school programs, I went to summer camps. I was always exposed around people my age, and in schools we'd have free time, play tag, whatever. And I'm definitely for sure have touched a lot of boogers. I have definitely
lot
been
of people.
I've definitely
all right,
been
Laura.
sneezed on. No, it's the truth, and it actually helped me build. I've gone sneezed on, coughed on.
Yeah.
I never
People-
people boogers though.
I do.
Wait, can I touch your nose?
Yeah, like I will. Oh no, I was not a gross child, but I definitely was exposed to germs at a young age.
Yeah.
This is just a side note. This has nothing to do with our conversation. I do think though there's a line with danger. And putting yourself at risk. For example, sharing cups with people.
Oh.
My
yeah.
mother always told me to never share
Yeah.
drinks with people, never share straws with people, and amongst other things like hairbrushes, deodorant. I don't really know why deodorant, but I know she said hairbrushes like because of lice and stuff. So there's things that are beneficial to you, like going.
I'm still like that. Like
yeah,
I don't
won't.
like even if they be like waterfall. Like
Yeah.
I'd be like no, because I
Backwash.
don't care. Your
Backwash.
breath is going into my cup.
So there's certain things that when I was younger I always stayed away from, like when people asked me to borrow this or that. I was like, no, because my mommy said I couldn't
My mommy.
share.
You know what's funny?
And now I'm older, I'm just like, no, you can't. I'm sorry. I don't know
Like,
if you got
no.
lice.
You
I don't
know, you know what's funny? I would drink like disgustingly, purposefully, so that they don't like ask
Oh,
for
like,
anything. No, I will. I won't do all that. I will like put my whole mouth around the rim of the like a bottle or anything like that. I know that sounds very
Oh.
nasty, so that they like don't see. Like I would make sure my lip is touching like the top
Oh
of the
my
lip.
God. You went to the most.
Yeah,
Because
I'm just
honestly,
imagining it.
I
The whole
I
thing in
hate.
his mouth.
It's hard to
I
say no
hate-
sometimes.
Not even like I'm fine with saying no, but I
Oh.
just hate when people ask. So I make sure that they don't ask eventually. Like they see that, oh damn, I don't want to drink from his cup, so let me not ask. But yeah, anyways, going back. So exposing kids to dangers, we think that it's something that parents should do. Again, we're not parents. But
We're not parents, but this is what you should do.
that's what you should do. Yes.
Take our advice, even though we're not parents.
Yes. So that's gonna end our first segment on the measles. We'll be back for the second segment. Make sure you catch us on the second segment, talking about two topics.
That was good. Okay.